We're gonna do a battle report with it's all Ravenwing, right?
Yes.
The Ravenwing versus Tyranids at 1,500 points. Relic, that being the relic. The Dark Angels rolled off, got that side. Tyranids have this side, but Tyranids are going first. And on my side, so what I've got is 10 Termagants, 10 Termagants, and a Tyranid Prime with Rending Claws. That's his only upgrade. Then I've got the Forest Lictor Brood, which is 5 Lictors. These guys can infiltrate within 6 inches of you if they're in forests, and the forests happen to be on my side of the table, so it's not going to do a whole lot.
Unfortunately, not good for you.
I got 2 Zoanthropes, so they're in their squads of 1. I've got 1 squad of Biovores, so these are the heavies that lob the spore mines. I have a single Hive Crone. I have 2 Harpies. This is an old Harpy from back in the days before they made the model. And a Flying Hive Tyrant. The Flying Hive Tyrant has Brain Leech Worms. And then the 3 squads of Gargoyles. So that's the Skyblight. The Skyblight is those, and that makes the Gargoyles scoring stealing units. And you've got?
I've got 1 Ravenwing attack squad with 2 plasma guns and an attached speeder.
Okay.
And I've got another Ravenwing attack squad with 2 plasma guns and an attached speeder. And then I've got 1 Ravenwing attack squad with 2 Melta-Guns.
I thought the speeders were actually separate units.
Well, once you deploy
them,
okay, yes. Okay. Samael to make these guys all troops.
Right.
1 Ravenwing command squad with an apothecary, a grenade launcher, and the Ravenwing company standard.
The banner. Is that the one that gives you salvo?
Oh, no, that's auto hit and run.
Auto hit and run, okay.
I think salvo is a little cheesy for funsy games.
Okay.
And then I've got a unit of 8 Black Knights.
Black Knights.
Sergeant with Melta-Bombs.
And then, oh yeah, for your Warlord trait, you have Samael's.
Samael, which is, I get the turbo boost and extra distance. I'll give you the actual name of it here in a second.
And my guy has outflank, and he is going to take outflank with his unit of Gants. And then that guy has Catalyst and Onslaught, and yeah. What do you got?
Maneuver.
Rapid maneuver.
When the Warlord and his unit roll 2 dice for when they run, using the highest or add D6 to their turbo boost, which is the only thing that will apply to them.
Okay. All right, your Legion, yes. Following the Dark Lord or whatever it is. So we're set up. Those guys already infiltrated the Forest Lictors. These guys are here. He's got 1 squad that's outflanking. They're here. Relic is there. I got my Harpy. It's I got 2 squads of Gargoyles that are gonna deep strike, and those guys are outflanking, and these are just here in case I miss. And drop spore mines. And you gonna see if you want to seize or?
Oh, sure, we'll try and sneeze. But you?
No. Okay. Everyone moved. He's got Catalyst off, and the Gants have Catalyst, and then this guy's got Onslaught. And flying. He's facing this way, but he'll fall flying. Gargoyles come up, and Lictors just hang out where they are because I think the Black Knights. Or the guys on bikes, whatever they are going to come for this relic anyways.
Oh, yeah, these are just regular guys.
Yeah, guys in power armor with toughness 5. So shooting, we're going to see if the Black Knights run, because they suffered a fair number of losses.
Dramatic dice roll!
Yeah, dramatic dice roll. No, they're good. All right, so they lost a bunch, but they're still alive. This thing got glanced, right?
Yes, sir.
Got glanced, so it's down to 1 whole point, because they only have 2?
Yes, sir.
These guys ran, so the Gargoyles, they're Skyblight, but they're not scoring, they just score objectives, so they're hanging out at the relic. Termagants moved into the river, and it is Dark Angels round 1. Everyone moved on his side, those guys drive to there, and they ignore Ranger's terrain test. These guys just drive up here, everyone's piling in over there, those things move. Yeah, so we're on to shooting, so you're going to try to down someone?
No, they'll try and down the Crone for starters, and then we'll try and down him, and then we'll try and down him, and then we'll shoot up some garbage. Shot, so yeah.
The shooting is done, and here's what happened. He crashes out of the sky and takes a wound from crashing out of the sky and from being hit with a plasma talon. So he's grounded. The crone, as you see, is not here because he got grounded and then just wasted by these land speeders. The harpy comes crashing out of the sky and then gets killed by plasma talons. Well, not killed, but he takes 2 wounds from plasma talons. And the gargoyles, he killed 7 of them. There's 4 left, but they are in synapse because of this zoanthrope. So it's the end of shooting.
Cowering behind the pile.
He's cowering behind that pile, and that's just to keep him out of line of fire. All right, our turn on for the Tyranids. It's not looking good. Killed the harpy, killed the crone. Harpy died in combat. Hive Tyrant rolled 2s to wound the Black Knights, and so he's an absolute failure. So he dies. They kill him. And then the swarm of gargoyles died, and they did not roll a 4, so they're not in ongoing reserves. So it's not looking great for the Tyranids. We'll see what happens with reserves and shooting and all that, but it could be bleak. So round 2. Tyranids are going to try to pull something out. This guy turns and flies to here. Lictors all pile into the terrain near those guys. This dude he'll walk up here, actually. Deep strike to here, losing 1. Termagants back off. Zoanthropes. This one knows he can be charged, so at least he's putting himself into terrain, so they'll have to roll 3d6 to get to him. Moves up. And we're on to shooting. Alright, so here's what happens.
I'm going to just do this.
Yeah, he's pinned. So epicness on the Tyranid side. Epic crap, actually. We did kill a whole bunch of guys on bikes, which there was some amazingness. Those gargoyles shot 9 times with that land speeder, and we rolled 1-4, and everything else was a 2 or a 1. It's unbelievable. And then I almost glanced it, rolled a 5. All these guys shoot the Black Knights, nothing happens. He shoots that land speeder, it deviates into 2 guys, nothing happens. And we're on to the assault phase. The Biovores were sort of the champions here, I think, killing a bunch of the bikes. So Termagants are going to assault that bike. All right, so here's what happens in the assault. In the assault, Termagants kill a bike. Oh, 1 Termagant dies, though. The bike kills a dude, and then these guys, crawling horde of things, just crawl over him. Lictors, as we would expect, kill 2 Black Knights without breaking a sweat. And now we're on to round 2 for the Dark Angels.
No, we're having librarians back.
All right, so Dark Angels come piling forward. Those guys don't drive through terrain, so they're good. He does not come in from reserve, so far none of our flankers have come in. Did it move?
Yes.
It did move, okay. That moves to there, and we're on to shooting.
Yes, sir.
Where my gargoyles are going to get some cover saves unless he decides to target something else. All right, so this zoanthrope gets melted from plasma. I only had to make 1 save. He got 2 out of 4, but he dies. He's only 2 wound. Those guys roll a 6, so they're fine. They lost a bunch of dudes in shooting, and you got no assaults, right? Because you turbo boosted.
Yeah, correct. And the only guy I shot that was in charge range of
was the guy you melted.
Killed, so, yep.
So that was round 2. So round 3, and we're gonna see 1 squad of gargoyles comes in, and the prime does not. He'll come in next round. The Tyranids still have some feeling of hope. Biovores, they don't move. He moves over to here. These guys failed to get 2 inches. They needed 3 inches to pick up the relics, so they fail it. So they actually just back up some because we want to stay in terrain so that we get some save against the bikes when they shoot us. Squad of gargoyles lands here. They deviate a little bit. 2 of them took dangerous tests. They're fine. 4 gargoyles fly over to there. They took dangerous tests. They're fine. The harpy is in the air and flying to here. He's pretty much there was complaints that my monstrous creatures would be hard to kill in the air, but
with bikes.
Not true with bikes. Yeah.
Oh, was I mistaken? In my defense, you made some horrible grounding checks, sir.
I did. I made 3 out of 3 failures. All right, and then the lictors, they come over to back those guys up. So we're gonna go into shooting. All right, so on shooting, here's what happens. Not much. It was. Well, those gargoyles. They wrecked a land speeder. That was actually pretty cool. They did something. Huge barrages just flying out of crap flying out of the sky everywhere. Biovores kill 1 guy on a bike. It was a plasma gun. That's it. So and the lictors run, and so we're gonna move to assaults where these gargoyles they charge the bikes. It could be expected. The gargoyles die, but they blind the squad of bikes. So those guys are ballistic skill, weapon skill 1. and we're on to the bottom of round 3, where the bikes are about to pick up the relic. But they can't move if they pick it up, so that's something useful. So on the outflank, this group of troops comes driving in on this side. That was your only reserve, right?
Oh, yes, sir. That's my whole army.
That is, his army's on or dead.
So now, rest of the movement stuff.
I didn't roll a 4 on the gargoyles, so my guys don't come back. All right, so it's moving. They will not, because they're in Synapse.
Oh, okay. So they're back to fearless.
They're fearless. Yeah, everything's fearless in Synapse. That's the whole problem with me not being able to go to ground. So the assault. So Harpy comes dropping out of the air in the shooting phase, crashes, has 1 wound left. Everyone charges him, hammer and rafts him to death, and then kind of consolidates in a blob. And it's round 4. So Samuel fails his charge here. It's round 4. So my guys automatically come in. And they're outflanking, so they come in on a 4, which is that side. Freaking awesome. Okay. Back in a minute. So these guys outflank to here, and they're going to run. These guys pass their Synapse check, and they fly to here. Lictors come wrapping up this way. Termagants fall back, and we're on round 4. And it's actually still a remarkably tight game. So we're going to see what happens with the awesomeness that is Tyranids. So with all the shooting, I got to run those guys in the back, but he lost 1 model from the Biovores. We discovered that bikes can't be pinned, actually. So they were pinned and then unpinned. And the guys in the back, they run 5 inches. So we have craziness. Gargoyles come charging in. We lost some, but they're on the Black Knights. And then everyone else made the charge in on the troop squad. And Samuel's hanging here on his own. So, a brief burst of awesomeness. This guy's no longer blind. They never got blinded. They just kill the gargoyles who go into reserve. But the relic is here, and pretty much the lictors did what lictors are supposed to do, and they killed a bunch of troops. All but 1. And now we're on to round bottom of 4. This is a truly brutal battle shooting-wise. There's not much left on the table. I don't know did we cover movement? Hopefully I did. They kind of come wrapping around. These guys come driving up, and then on the shooting, the Biovores go to ground because they're not in Synapse, kills 1, the guy's drowned, and then he unloads the rad grenade and the bolt plasma talons, kills 3 of the lictors. However, everything here is fearless, so they're just hanging. And we're on to the assault phase, so we'll see what happens. Biovore charges off the table. Then we do the Hammer of Wraths, and this guy is fine, he rolls a 3.
And
so then
Hammer of Wrath here, 2 on the Termagants. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Do they save? One of them does, so they lose a Termagant. And then the Lictors, you got 2. Nothing. Okay, now we're on to combat. So there's combat here, and that guy failed his leadership, so he ran off the table. So at the end of the bloody combat, the Lictor squad loses, but they were fearless because the Zoanthrope hadn't died yet. They hit and run this way. Those guys consolidate. And, yeah, we're at the top of 5. So Gargoyles deep strike in, Lictors move to there. These guys hang out, so I get line breaker. It's not night fighting, it's a top of 5. And here's what we're gonna do. This group of Gargoyles shoots him. So it's a very quick game at this point. These guys kill the 1 lone troop. What a surprise. Lictors shoot Samuel with flesh hooks and do a wound, and now what are they gonna do? Charge Samuel.
Weird. So Overwatch.
As a matter of fact, they could multi-charge Samuel and the Black Knights, but we're just going to charge Samuel.
Could you stay in coherency and do that?
Well, because I got to be 2 inches apart, so I got to have a guy there and a guy there. Yeah, probably, but we're not going to do that. We're going to charge Samuel.
No, please multi-charge me. Please.
Wait, you got hit and run. That's the problem. When you cannot fail with your banner, so...
Yeah, I'm talking just like shooting your toughness 3 guys with plasma talons.
Yeah. All right, go. They're toughness 3 right now. No hits. Twin link. Should hit at least once. No. Okay.
I rolled. What was it? 10 dice.
I roll a 6-inch charge. Okay. All right, the Lictors. They're about to die, but they kill Samuel and consolidate 3 inches, which they're gonna do this. I stand in the ruins, and yeah, so round 5.
Yay.
And I can't pick up a relic, and you can't pick up a relic. Well, you You could phenomenally move if you were really good. If the game continues. Movement! Oh, they got this land speeder thingy.
Yeah, we got the land speeder thingy.
These guys have the worst shooting rolls.
Those guys have been terrible.
They don't really have to move, though, other than to get their
Jinx
save.
You shoot at me.
Yeah.
Because that had never happened, right?
The gargoyles might be able to glance you to death. It's happened. It's happened.
So that'll be probably a lot.
Alright, so we're on to shooting. What a surprise. The gargoyles get barraged to heck by that thing. It's not really a barrage, but there's 2 of them left, and they're running. I lost a Lictor, the one that had 1 wound left. Instant killed.
Those guys turbo boost and then...
Oh, these guys turbo boost 12 inches. If they can pick up the relic next round, he'll win.
So yeah, it's going to be... They're all in difficult.
So, but they may die, which would be hilarious. Yeah. They get a 3-inch charge, so we're going to see what happens. Does the game end? Do you want to roll? Was your turn? No, it continues. Gargoyles flee off. If there's a turn 7, they'll be back. This Lictor does not fail his synapse check, so he's gonna move 4 inches. So we're gonna go for it. The Lictor moves, shoots the bikes, fails, and now he's charging. And he might not have even been able to shoot the bikes, so I forgot to measure from his base, not his body. All right, the Lictor. He causes fear. You don't care.
1 hit.
1 hit. Nothing. The Lictor wins that. You're solid. So it's the bottom of 6.
I will hit and run.
Okay.
This way. I fail.
All right, so you're locked in combat.
Yep.
All right.
Super awesome, retards.
This is the bottom of
You
6.
just lost the game.
Go, Lictor, go! So here's what happens. To guarantee at least a tie, these Black Knights drive to here and then turbo boost to here. And the 2 guys fighting the Lictor are hoping that the Lictor loses.
Guys, let me see. I don't think I'll ever get...
Moment of truth. Lictor's 4 attacks. He hits 3 times. And he needs 4s, 3s, and 6s. Wow, 1 wound.
Another guy dies.
A guy dies.
So I got 1 guy left.
1 guy left. He does not hit. You lost. So do you flee?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you catch me?
Oh, do I catch you?
You're
I'm initiative 6.
So 8, 9. No, you don't.
I don't. So you're going to flee that way. 3d6. 9 inches. So the game doesn't end. Here's the Lictor. What he's going to try to do is not die. So he's going to walk up towards this guy and shoot him. Round 7, Lictor flesh hooks him, hitting twice. Strength 6. I need 3s. 2 wounds. He's good, and then the Lictor charges him, which is where I potentially die in Overwatch.
Well, I still have to make a leadership check because I'm broken.
No, they show no fear. You auto regroup. Because it's a broken upgrade. Oh. 2 hits. Lictor dies.
4s.
1 wound. Oh, he's dead. Yep. Okay. At this point, the Dark Angels win. Because he'll drive up and pick up the relic at the bottom of the 7th turn and gets it. That was an awesome game.
Dude.